Good morning, y'all. It is currently 5:30 in the morning. We're running off 7 hours of sleep, which is not bad. Typically, I like to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep for my typical routine, just because I feel like sleep is so important. Um, you need your sleep to build muscle and to recover properly. So if you're not getting your sleep, you're completely, I don't want to judge, but you might be missing out on some gains if you're missing your sleep. Now, there is a certain time period in the year that I like to grind a lot more, so I'll get like 6 hours of sleep on average. Sometimes I'll train out 5. So I'm pretty used to like sleeping with minimal hours and still being able to perform. But ideally, you want to get your rest, 7 or 9 hours of sleep, and you have a good recipe for recovery. That with the amount of protein, if you get a sufficient amount of protein, you get your carbs, your fats, you get the right macronutrients, and you take some time to recover, and you let your muscles rest, you can build muscle. You can recover pretty fast, is what I'm saying. I think once you hit a major muscle group, like if I hit chest on Monday, you're okay to hit it again on Wednesday. As long as you have 48 hours in between of like some good rest, you're able to hit it again. I wake up feeling so dry in the mornings. It's kind of weird, honestly. Like, it takes a sec for my voice to readjust. My hands are dry, like my lips and my eyes are just like pretty dry, which is pretty weird to me because I drink about like 4 of these a day. So that's like 140 milliliters of water. So I think I'm getting enough water, honestly. But it just gets added to the list of things that I'm micro tracking as I cut. I notice that my overall health does diminish just a little bit when I'm cutting. I mean, obviously, because I'm not getting enough food and I'm kind of pushing the line with training. So what I'll typically do is when I cut calories, I cut out a lot of fats because they're higher in calories, but I also opt for leaner things, so zero fat cheese or low fat cheese, low fat milk, the things that are typically high in fat. Just making the switch to the low fat version saves you about like 100 calories per serving. So it's pretty crazy, those little switches, you don't really realize how much they mean until you weigh in that same week and you weigh 5 pounds less. Well, that's a bit of an exaggeration. You can weigh 1 to 2 pounds less, right? I've seen 5 pounds, I've seen staying the same way, I've seen a mixture, but typically you're still gonna lose weight because the calorie number there is still in a deficit. And some of the vitamins that I take, like my stack when I'm cutting, will be a multivitamins, of course, right? I just get mine from like my local store. I get a multivitamin for men, and then I get biotin for my hair, skin, and nails. I also take a magnesium supplement because that helps your bones and your muscles. So when I'm cutting and I need as much recovery as I can, I'll try to take a magnesium supplement. I also get into my food, of course. But I mean, ideally, you want to still take care of your health. So my main diet may look a little crazy at times when I'm on the cut, like strictly protein. But when I can, I'll have a big bowl of fruit or like some spinach and broccoli, because nothing is gonna be like, supplements are great. I love multivitamins and whatnot, but if you want a real multivitamin, eat an egg, Eggs are like the natural multivitamins because they have all your essential minerals and vitamins except for vitamin C. So my breakfast will typically look like a few eggs and then like an orange on the side or some carrots, to really stack up all the nutrients. So today's gym session, you'll kind of notice, is gonna look a little different. I'm not going to my typical gym at EOS. I think I mentioned before, I have a few different gyms that I go to. And since it's so early in the morning, I know for a fact that my college gym is gonna be empty. So that's where we're going today. That's actually where I started. Like I said in the last video, I really started lifting when I went to college, and the college gym is just like a special place in my heart. You know, it's empty. It's not too crazy, but I mean, they have everything you need. The aesthetics aren't all flashy and cool, but it means something to me. You know, I'd go in there early morning, late nights by myself. So it means something to me. But it looks like the road is closed, so I have to take a detour. Keep right. Okay. Interesting. They're always doing construction in like parts of West Valley and in Salt Lake. And Lord forgive me, but they will be taking months and months, if not years, on one construction piece. And it's like, if me and my brothers and my dad were to do that, we'd have it done like a week earlier or something. I don't know. But I don't know. They leave construction stuff all over the place, messes up traffic, makes it worse than it already is. But I can't complain. I still got here safely. So the thing I like about my college gym is that it's literally like 5 minutes away from my house. So I can wake up like at 5 and then I'm out the door by like 5:20, and then I'm just getting here to my college gym at like 5:27. So it takes me like 7 minutes to get here. And that's with no traffic. But I've been here like 4 years now, and it had a remodel, honestly, which is it's kind of throwing me off, because the college gym that I remember is different than what it looks like now. So it doesn't hit as home as much anymore. It flooded actually. So it actually flooded about a few months ago, and when it flooded, I couldn't go to work for like 2 weeks. I couldn't go to work for like 2 weeks because some of the campus and the buildings on campus got flooded pretty bad. So the college gym where I work, they were all kind of out of commission for some time. Okay, but the plan today, we got chest day. It's Monday morning. We do not feel motivated. I'd rather be in bed, sleeping in. It was so warm and it's so cold outside. But it's those little moments where when we talk about things, you know, because I'll be talking to my friends or family and be like, I want to be in a bodybuilding show. I want to be this percent lean. I want to be sponsored by these people. I want to do these things. It feels good to talk about it. It actually gives you some release of dopamine. And it feels good to speak about these dreams, you know, it feels good. But when that alarm clock goes off at 5 or 4 in the morning, I just hear what David Goggins said. I don't want to be this today. I don't want to do that today. That's gonna like kill your growth, you know? You have to consistently say, I want to be this, I want to do that. Even when it's like, when it's so tempting to just stay in bed. Because those little moments when you do it alone, when you wake up early, those are the moments that are separating you from everyone else. You know, it's so easy to be great nowadays because everyone else is so comfortable. Don't quote me on that. That was David Goggins who said that. But I really love that because it's very true. And I've lived both experiences. The first one being so comfortable where I didn't want to do anything, which if you heard my last video, I kind of spoke on that. And then to this point where I still don't want to do anything, but I still get it done. So, like I said, those little moments stack up. You get a lot done in those moments. Like I can go home in about an hour completing this workout and feel great and not have to worry about it for the rest of the day. I don't know, I'm tired. We're gonna do it tired. We're gonna do a chest day. Probably do some Smith's machine action, some shoulders, and some triceps. We're gonna see how we look. I'm not sure the vibes right now. I know sometimes there's like some older people working out, and I know they're not hip to being on camera, so I don't want to be in their business. But I'll still try to get a solid workout for y'all. Enough yip-yatting and chit-chatting. Y'all enjoy the montage.